Welcome to Annuity News Now, a service that provides financial professionals with relevant news and information that affects their industry. I'm Scott Drake. According to a new study, complaints about indexed annuities decreased substantially in 2009 compared to the two previous years. My guest is Ron Shurts. He is president of Shurts Financial Group in Scottsdale, Arizona. Ron, welcome. Can you expand on this new information in this study?
Well, I don't know if I can expand on it a lot, Scott, but I can tell you it's a good thing for the consumer. And what that tells us is the fact that the consumer is starting to understand more about what they're buying today. And as a matter of fact, the last couple years, the complaints are actually down as much as 45% since I think 07 or 08. So it's pretty dramatic. And again, that's a good thing for the consumer because again, that tells us that the client is starting to really understand what they're buying today.
So Ron, what has helped consumers to understand this product better?
Well, I think the very first thing is their training. I mean, the expectations in our industry has changed dramatically about the training, and they're expecting the agent to really understand the products. A lot of our products, typically in the past have become a little bit complex. They were relatively new to the industry, and right now the training is really, really important. So making sure that the agent or the rep at the point of sale really understands that they're explaining the product correctly to the client, and the client understands what they're buying, and making it much easier for the client to understand.
So talk about the importance of matching the product with the client.
Well, that's called suitability, Scott. And suitability has probably become the lightning rod, if you will, in our industry. And what's happening there is that the insurance companies are requiring the agent to make sure that it's a suitable client. In other words, do they have the appropriate assets to park some of their money over in some of these products, and there's a lot of additional paperwork that has to be required now by the insurance company before they actually will approve the sale. So again, that makes sure that the right type of client is buying the product for the right kind of reason, and that definitely goes back to making sure that we have a lot less complaints because of that.
Well, this really sounds like in the long run it'll be better for both the client and the advisor.
Well, there's no question. Again, it's great for everybody, and again, the compliance issues, again, about how products are being presented, the kinds of marketing material that the clients are starting to understand. In the past, it seems like the client had a lot of complex information at their fingertips, and right now these brochures that are being written, they're much easier for the client to understand, and again, it makes a huge difference, and that's why we're seeing a dramatic drop in complaints.
Well, what were some of the areas of confusion in the past?
Well, I don't know if there's a particular area that causes confusion as much as it is, again, the training factor about making sure that, again, at the point of sale, we're making sure that we're taking our time to make sure the client really understands what they're buying and to make sure it's the right kind of client. I mean, again, for them to park all of their assets over in these kinds of products doesn't make a lot of sense. So making sure it's the right kind of client, make sure it's a suitable sale, and again, directly related to the drop in complaints.
My guest is the president of Shurts Financial Group in Scottsdale, Ron Shurts. Ron, thanks for joining us today.
Well, Scott, thanks for having me on, and it was fun, and good to see you again, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
I'm Scott Drake, and you've been watching Annuity News Now.